Welcome back my YouTube friends and friendettes. Today we are fitting skirting boards. Now I'm going to talk you through this. It's quite a simple and fairly easy job to do, especially with newly plastered walls like these. So we have some skirting board ready to go on here. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to attach it to the wall. Now there's various ways of doing this. I mean, you could drill and screw them and then fill all your screw holes all in. That would probably work on a wall that's very uneven, where you need to pull the skirting board in to various places to bend it, because some of these older houses are not very square. This is a basement conversion that I've been doing. I've plastered the walls. This is a stud wall that's across here, and it's all across there all around. I'll show you in a minute what we're doing after we put this skirting board on. Already cut it to length. It's going this stretch here, so this is where I'm starting today. So all we need to do is attach this to the wall to start with, and then we can work our way around. It's quite a big room this, so I'll do it in stages, but this will just show you the basics for now, and then I'll shut up talking and you'll probably see a time-lapse version of me running around with skirting boards. Well, for some of the job at least anyway. I won't probably show it off because there is a lot to do. But the first thing we need to do is make sure the board fits flush against the wall, and as you can see it kind of does and kind of doesn't. So this is pre-primed as well. This is from Howdens here in the UK. It's really cheap skirting board and it's good quality. These lengths come in 4.2 metre lengths as well at Howdens. Probably one of the few places that you can buy skirting boards off the shelf. You don't have to order them and they will come at 4.2. You do have to pick them up obviously. Go to any other DIY stores, maybe you'll be lucky if you get a 3 metre length. Most of them come in 2.4 metre lengths, which when you're doing a run like this, you know, the less joins you've got in it, the better. You don't want joins. Joins are nasty. So we're going to start by trying to tap this in. Will it tap in or won't it? There seems to be a bit of a lump there. So what you need to do is you need to get rid of any of the plaster lumps that might be at the bottom. With that guy that plastered it. Yeah, we'll blame him for doing this. In fairness, this is a basement, there was no light on, so plastering in the dark's not good. I was plastering in the dark. No, that don't work, does it? Anyway, so what we need to do is it is stuck out a bit there. So I'll just fit that like that. The men's just stuck out a bit there. Just that. Just put a bit of the plaster out. Be late. Get it away from the wall like that. Seems a bit better, does that? Almost. So, if you think you've got it right, then it's the case of prepping it. So what I do, and some may disagree with me for this, but I paint PVA on the back of the board like this, and this is watered down PVA. It's not neat. So this is what I do before I apply it to the wall, and I put some on the wall as well. Not too high up because you don't want PVA on your paint where you can see it, because we'll need to touch this up with the magnolia that we've been using on this job. And What does the PVA do? The PVA helps your solvent-free grab adhesive stick. So this is what I use as well. I don't use solvent-based for this. I see a lot of people using solvent-based and I don't like it. Personal preference, you can use what you want. I prefer solvent-free. I just find it easier to work with. It cleans up better. I've already got some cork in there. So what we'll do is we'll get some adhesive on this now. So what you need to do is you need to wiggle a line down and you'll see it sliding about a bit like this. Because you want to spread the adhesive at the back as much as possible so it captures any of the imperfections in the wall. Because let's face it, the plaster did not do a very good job. And it's down to the painters and decorators to sort it out. And there you go. So now you can see me putting some blobs in between. Doesn't matter if it squeezes out at the top because you will be corking it in anyway. But for this section of the video, we're just fixing it. Now, I pretty much used nearly a full tube on that board because I want this one to stick. So we're just going to offer it up. And you're probably thinking, well, you didn't let your PVA dry. Well, I don't need to. That's why just give it a tap like that. Especially at the ends where it might come out. Now, you probably noticed it's probably not level. The floor's not level anyway, put it that way. But you can put a level on it if you wish. I'll go get my level. I'll just pause it for a second. So now I'm back. I'll just see how uneven this floor is now. So, yeah, it needs to go up at that side or it needs to go down. Will it go down? So, I can give it a bit of a tap, I suppose. Down a bit. There we go, it's gone down. Give it a tap like that. So, we need to come up. So I use these now. You just slide them underneath. And you can just pretty much lift it up to where you want. So I need to put it there, lift it a bit. That. Now we're just going to see how much it's out, so it needs to go up a little bit more. There we go. So got a bit of a gap there. That's fine, because whatever flooring goes down will go underneath that, maybe a carpet. So another thing that we need to do is check it for plumb, and it's completely out. So I don't ordinarily bother too much about this. But what you want to do is try and get the skirting board as level as possible with the top. There we go. And that, getting it level, will help you butt up the next piece. So that's what we do. So what we need to do now is pin it in place. Now you may have seen me do a review on this. This is the Stanley Fat Max nail gun, pin gun, whatever you want to call it. But what we're going to do is going to pin it in place. Now you need to make sure as well that there's no pipes, electrical stuff running behind, because quite often plumbers usually usually run the pipes behind the skirting boards, you fire a nail in, you've got a leak. I did the plumbing in this one so I know where the pipes are. They're not there. I did the electrics and I know where the electrics are. They're not there. So I do know I'm safe. You know, I specifically thought ahead when I was building this. So I'm going to fire one in, like that. We need to adjust the inlets that didn't go on in. And like that. There we go. So that's held in place now. So, it will need some caulking in. Now, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to show you that in a minute after we've done this next section here. So, this is where I'm going to show you the rest of the room so you've got an idea of what we're doing. This is the section where I've started. We've got to bring it round here, round there, and round here. So, I'm going to put this section in next, and then I'm going to make this section here to bring it round this wall. So if you're wondering what this wall's doing here, I'll just show you what happened when we were doing this basement conversion. So you'll notice that the electric board and everything is there, the mains is coming in there, etc, etc. So originally, you might be able to see it down here, I don't know, I've kind of filled this in now, but there was a wall here and a doorway there, and this was what used to be the coal hole. So back in day here in Yorkshire, the coalmen would come down, they'd fire your coal into a coal hole that comes straight down into your basement, your cellar, and you would end up with a pile of coal. And obviously it was separated with wall in most buildings like this. We've knocked the wall down, and we're to leave this wall in place simply because of all this here. And to get all this moved and sorted out, it would cost an absolute fortune. It's just not in the budget on this. And because this can be used as like a useful utility type room, you know, you've got a bit of separation there from the staircase coming down there, so you could put your TV here or whatever, put a desk here, and make it a little bit more private. So we left that wall in, that's why it's there. So that is why I've started there, because I've got to bring it round here in a full length and then round here in a full length. So I've started there so I can specifically do that section there. So I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to bring this round here now. So this might be a bit of a time lapse now, so watch this space. So I've got that piece on now, so now we're going to bring these pieces round here and here. So what we need to do now is set up the mitre saw, because I'm going to show you how to cut the profile of the skirting board. So like I said, this is from Howdens, and the profile is this here. So this is referred to as Taurus, and we're going to recreate that so we can butt up the skirting board to the ones that have already fixed. And the way to do that, and this is one method of doing it, is probably by far the best way of doing it, is to get your skirting board, and you then have to set up your mitre saw. I'll just show you what I mean in a minute. Let's get my camera sorted out. So here's my mitre saw. and I have a gauge there that tells me where 45 degrees is. So what we will do is we'll use that one first, and we will get this over to 45 degrees by loosening it. So you can see here, this edge is the profile of the skirting board. So to get that piece on there, it should be the same as that, and get it nice and square. So what we do now is we're going to set this up straight, and put it in to the end. So on, it's all the way down there now. A little bit more. There we go. Now, some people put them aside, and you can do that if you want, but you're going to fill it anyway, so there is a point to it and there isn't a point to it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to use a jigsaw now to cut the rest out. I'll step the camera back a bit to give me a bit more room. So you should be able to see the profile forming there. So I just take a little bit of sandpaper now and just smooth off the edges. Make sure it's clean. And then I just put a little bevel on the edge there. And so there you see the profile fits the profile of the skirting board like that, and that's almost perfect. Just about the right amount of gap now to get your cork in, because you need the same principle as filling. If you was filling a crack in, you would need to gouge out the crack to get the filler in, so you do need that. That's why I beveled the edge a little bit, so when we put the corking in there it'll run nice, a nice clean edging. But that's almost perfect, is that. So the next thing we need to do is take our pencil again, and we need to do the back. So this is by far the best method of doing this, and that is to get your skirting board properly up against that, and then just run your pencil down and snap it off like I've just done. Just run your pencil down the back like that, and you will have your mark. So this is the piece we need to cut, so this is the cut piece, and we'll sharpen the So what we're doing now is we're going to join these two pieces together. You are going to be wholly joined together with mitre bond. Different versions of this on the market now, so this is the one I'm using. Mitre bond comes in a two-part application. That's open. So here you go. Just apply some, and I like to do the swirling method. Now it soaks in to MDF, so it doesn't always work the first time. So you need to get plenty on there So the activator can activate it. Quite a lot of people don't do that. You go, oh, you only need a bit. Well, you might only need a bit. But get your activator on, spray the other surface. Give it a good go. Now it helps if you've got something flat to do this on, like this. You get the edges right then, and then you just stick it together like that. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and it should stick it like that. Might need a bit longer yet, but we'll get the other piece on. Do the same with this one. Now, because I'm a genius and it's all been measured and cut correctly, it will fit first time, won't it, boys and girls? And job will be a fish then, won't it? So, same principle again, glue on. Yes, loads of glue. And there we go. Always remember to put your cap back on, because quite often you flip it over like that and the glue goes everywhere. Get the activator going, same principle. I just need to put this a bit back. Like that. It's really good stuff. There's stuff like this, so make sure that you get your almost perfect. Just need a little bit longer to activate. You can just work down that as well. Just work down that, it's not quite stuck. You just do it like that. Now, there you go. If you look at that from the top now, obviously you can see the notches. I mean, it's MDF, so you can see that. But if you look how spot on that is now, it's not bad. You can see it, push the bend a little bit more now. And so you put that up there, and then you see all the way around face like that. And that's not too bad, just a little like I said. There you go. Yeah, so it should be like that. And it wasn't perfect, nothing's perfect, and not perfect. But there you go. That would be more or less what I'm going to do. So this in, we shall get the labeling. It's not true. So you know, 4 tips today. If you cut your nozzle, just take your old nozzle off and reuse it. I mean, when you're using this much grab adhesive, right, you have an idea how much is in that nozzle. There you go. Saves cutting another one. You might be wondering why I'm putting the adhesive on the thing. It's because it'd be slightly easier than trying to put it on the thing, but we can do this side, I think. And a lot of this is just going to disappear anyway because it will slide about. And it is quite close to the wall anyway, so not putting as much on. You can see how strong this mighty fast is, can't you? Just allow it. There we go. Almost perfect. Perfect. So now, obviously if you run all your skating boards around, this is where the fun begins with the caulking. So, you probably noticed you end up with some gaps, which is good. Gaps are good. You've got your expansion to consider of your skateboards. So obviously the camera on my phone ran out of battery, so I couldn't do what I wanted to do with the rest of the video, which is to show you the rest of the room. And obviously I've done the skirting board now, so it's all in and done, and I've done a few extra bits and pieces for the customer. I've got to caulk it all in yet, and then it's got to be painted. We've got to finish off the decorating, because obviously now the skating boards have gone on, need to touch up and everything where the marks are where I've caulked it in a little bit already, but I've run out of caulk now, so I'm going to have to start again with some new caulk. So anyway, I'm going to flip the camera right now and show you what I've been doing. So this is what I mean about Howdens MDF skirting board. Really cheap, 4.2 metre length. So this distance here is 4.1 metres, and that is a full length of skirting board. No splicing, nothing in it. And obviously run it across here and round there. You'll notice I've made, well, you probably won't notice, you might not have seen what were there before, but these were like inserts. It was all brick and stone inside there, which makes a really nice brick and stone feature, but he wanted nice smooth lines with architrave running out. Now that architrave at the bottom is covering up the stone stone slab that's in there, and it was poking out a little bit, so I've put that across to cover it up and tried to bring it in with the rest of it, but I've had to make it kind of an odd length so that it kind of looks part of the architrave and that. So anyway, I've made those little cupboard things there. They're going to be left open like that. They've got the architrave round now, so that should be fine. I've run the skating board here. Now originally I ran the skirting board straight across this doorway here, because I thought, what's it going to look like? Am I going to like it? I didn't like it. I cut it out. So there's this doorway here to sort out. Now there's no architrave around the doorway, because we will be doing that side of the room, plastering it out and doing the same as what we've done in here with the lighting. So done a bit there, around there, and obviously the bit that I did earlier that I showed you on the video, which is here. But that should give you an idea on how to do your skirting boards, and as you can see, you can achieve a lot in a few hours. So this has taken me roughly 5 to 6 hours to do, and like I say, it just needs caulking in, ready for decorating, and we'll get it all touched up, get all this painted up. We'll be using a Dulux satin on this. I don't use gloss or anything, or oil-based paints I do not use on MDF. It just looks rubbish. It's hard to paint it onto MDF. You have to thin it down quite a lot, and it does react a little bit with MDF. So use acrylic-based paints. These architraves and all these boards come pre-primed, so you can go straight on with some satin or even the gloss type acrylic paint. So there you go, that's what we've been doing. Oh, and that's my Erbauer sprayer. You've probably seen some videos appear on my YouTube channel that have been reviewing this and showing people how to use it, because people seem to be watching this video quite a bit about the Erbauer there. But that's a good machine if you want to get into some spraying. They're not expensive, and I mean, I've had that nearly 2 years, and for doing jobs like this where you are doing large areas, the room's clear, and this literally took me about 4 hours to completely spray. But like I said, I've got some touching up to do. We're probably going to make some doors for this cupboard here, and we're going to make some doors for this, but there is a bit of a problem with this, because this might be intended to use as a live space, so somebody might be sleeping here. Apparently it's supposed to have metal doors. I don't know. I'm not sure about that regulation. I would have done it in MDF but I don't know. I really don't know if it's supposed to have metal doors on or not, so somebody might need to let me know in the comments. But there you go. But anyway, there you go. There we go, guys. This is the skirting board in, like I said, and I hope you got something out of this video today, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Don't answer stupid ones or just delete them. If you're going to be insulting, then I'm not going to answer that either. That's your business if you want to troll people. But there you go. That's how I fit the skating boards, and the result's quite good. I will do probably my short section of a finished version of this. Might do like a reveal kind of thing in my shorts. So check out my shorts videos if you've not seen those. I do quite a few of those because it just keeps people up to date with what I'm doing. So there you go, guys. Hope you got some out of the video. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking the videos, and don't forget there is a donation section now on these YouTube videos. So a few people have been making some donations, so big thank you to those, and I'll catch you in another video soon. If you want a mention as well, I will give you a mention. But there you go. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in another video soon.